Okay, there we go. Now I can see my face. Hey y'all, hey, what's up, Miss Kalachis? Hey, so you know what? We're gonna name. We are. You know how everybody have the name of their fan base or their little fandom. They name them something. You know, like the Beehive, Beyonce's Beehive. So we are going to be the real ones. So if you subscribed and you like this commentary over here, y'all are officially the real ones. What's up, real babies? What's up, riddies? Like that's what we are over here. How y'all morning going? I can't say night because it's officially 12:08 my time. So how y'all night going, honey? I done been to the store, gotten groceries, got caught in the rain. My makeup has dissolved, but I refuse to do it over, so I just touched it up. So don't come for me. Don't no dragging. I tried. But yeah, let's get into this real conversation. So tonight on the docket we have Miss Quad Well Lunsford. Oh, before we get into the commentary, can y'all do me a favor and click the like button? It's free. Click subscribe. It's free. And share the video. Free, 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 free. It costs nothing. Like, oh my God, it costs you nothing to do those things. Like, honey, go ahead and help a sister out. Like the video, subscribe, turn your post notification bell so you'll get a notification every time I'm about to give you guys some commentary. So yeah. So I was watching Mr. Carlos King and he had announced according to what is it, Trade Magazine, and no, not like trade in the LGBT world, y'all. Trade Magazine had announced that Quad Webb Lunsford. Ooh, why do I want to continue to call this woman Quad Webb Lunsford when she's no longer married to Dr. Lunsford, Dr. G? But if y'all watch Married to Medicine, y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Quad Webb. And let me read the article to you guys. It says Quad Webb is returning to Married to Medicine season 10. Deadline has learned that despite hints that Webb was not coming back to the Bravo franchise, the television personality and entrepreneur is on board for the 10th season. Webb has been part of the reality series since its debut track in March 2013. So let me just give y'all the conversation on why this is like so vital and why this is trending for those who are Bravo lovers and Married to Medicine lovers. Well, as I stated, Quad was married to Dr. Greg Lunsford. You know, because the show is Married to Medicine. So, honey, either you have to be a doctor or married into medicine. So, of course, she was a wife and she was married to a doctor, Dr. Lunsford. And they divorced here about maybe 3 years ago. She's been divorced from Dr. G, right? Her and Dr. G are no longer together. But I mean, if y'all watch Married to Medicine, then y'all know about Quad and Mariah's ongoing like just feud or what have you. But if y'all want a video on that, I can break that down too. Just let me know down in the comments. But anyway, let me just get this out of the way. Quad and Dr. G, they're no longer married, right? Quad is still on the show, right? Has been since she divorced Dr. Lunsford. Like, girl, how you still on the show? And the show is called Married to Medicine. You not married to medicine no more, but I will say Quad is like a fan favorite. I do mess with Quad. Only thing I didn't like about Quad, in my opinion, I just felt like I didn't like how stuff with her and Mariah played out on screen. It just looked at like what's going on. Like I thought y'all was really friends. I thought y'all were really like freaking frag, a dynamic duo. Like I just really thought y'all was, like better than that. And maybe something else went on behind the scenes that we didn't get to see before what they fell out for, like somebody being messy about a cover, a shoot for a cover of a magazine. I just really didn't feel like that was enough for them to file that as big as they did. It had gotten to the point to where like all of the girls, all of the other cast members, they were like siding with her. They was being undercover and conniving. Dr. Simone they went on a trip and she had rallied all of the other wives together and castmates together, and was like, well, do we all agree if Mariah is here to film with us, then we're no longer gonna be filming as long as she's, there. Like basically saying, do y'all want to film with her or not? Because in reality TV, the way that it goes is if you don't film, if the other castmates don't want to film with you, then if you don't have any footages, you don't have any scenes, you don't get a check, you don't get paid. So they basically had booted her out of her own show, which I never understood because Mariah is the creator of the show. Like, she handpicked all of the women that were there. She basically made them, like, she wanted Dr. Heavenly on season one, but I guess it was something going on with her weight and stuff, and she wasn't camera ready. So she went and did the hard work and lost weight. And she came on season two, and she been a firecracker, messy as F ever since. So yeah. She handpicked these ladies. She created the show, put the show together, got the production deal with Purveyors of Pop, like gave all of these heifers a job. Girl, how y'all gonna try to kick her out of her show? So yeah, that's what happened. Now fast forward, maybe 6 seasons, 5 seasons, 6, 7 seasons into Married to Medicine, Dr. Gregory and Quad, they get a divorce. Quad is still on the show. So I think she's been on the show maybe 2 seasons without Dr. Greg, right? As a wife, and she's no longer married to Medicine. Now let's fast forward to April 2023. Dr. Webb, Dr. Lunsford, I mean, not Webb, because that's her last name, Dr. Lunsford. Baby, he has met him another young tenderoni, scleroni, another fresh piece of meat. He has met him like, baby, you must not know about him. You must didn't know about Dr. Greg. You must know, baby, like, what, girl, you was replaceable Quad. You fine and all that, baby. And you was a brick house pal. Wow, thank you, ma'am. Like, girl, yes, like, we're not gonna take that from Miss Quad, baby. She's fine. She's a brick house girl, Tennessee, nut booch, like Miss Tina Turner, girl. She has one of those up to date Tina Turner shapes. So we not gonna take that from Quad. But yeah, so he done moved on and got him another little piece of tenderoni. But now, remember I told you that the girls didn't want Mariah on the show. They Bravo and Purveyors of Pop never did renew her contract for being on the show, but she will forever have credits as the creator and the executive producer, which she is still all of those things right now to this day. So she's still part of the franchise. She's just behind the scenes. Girl, you cannot tell me that Mariah didn't have anything to do with Bravo and Purveyors of Pop getting Greg and his new wife on there. This got Mariah written all over it. All over it. All over it. I mean, this just, girl, if you or nobody is going to convince me that she didn't have anything to do with that. This says Mariah all over your messy boost, but checkmate. I ain't mad at you. So, for the last couple of weeks, Quad been hinting on social media and replying back to fans, like, where you at? Because it was rumored that she hadn't been in any of the filming, and then Carlos King had said something like, where is Quad? She's not in any of the filming. And Toya Bush Harris, another castmate and wife on the show, said, oh, we good, as in, baby, the show must go on without her. Like, baby, she don't stop. Baby, she's not stopping anything. Who told y'all that she was going to stop anything? Who told y'all that? Like, where y'all getting y'all information from? Like, what happened? Who did it? Why? And why was they doing that type of stuff? No, baby, the show must go on. We're still filming. We're still in production. We're still going to bring y'all some drama with or without Quad. Now, from a business perspective, Quad probably was like, girl, listen to me. Listen to me. Baby, you want to have my ex-husband and his new wife on her. Y'all are going to be filming her wedding. And y'all want me to come on the season for the little Dougies that I'm making now. This is allegedly. Like, girl, like, y'all want me to come on her and give y'all a show and bring out the drama. And my ex-husband and his wife is up here, and this what y'all paying me, girl. You're gonna have to come up out some Dougies, Bravo. Baby, if you want me to come on here and make a shit show out of myself and like open myself up to all of this, Baby, you are going to have to pay Miss Quad. Miss Quad, Miss Quad, she got it. She got it. She got it. So, girl, I guess the numbers I guess they had worked it out behind the scenes and the numbers had ended up being right, like, I don't know. This is my opinion, allegedly. I'm just saying this how, girl, because you have to think about it. You on this show, you already one of the fan favorites. Why would she not come back, especially since she's not on Sister Circle anymore? Like, I'm pretty sure Quad does have other jobs, but does she have other jobs that's like married to medicine jobs? Like, I ain't saying she broke. She ain't no brokey broke. She ain't dumb. But girl, are those other jobs really paying what you getting from married to medicine? So why would she not come back? But I mean, to me, it was a smart business move. Like, y'all want me here, y'all want this drama up out of me, y'all basically want to humiliate me. My contract is up, so let me seize the opportunity right now and go ahead and call y'all's bluff. Y'all don't need Miss Clyde, Miss Quad, Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Simone, Dr. Jackie, and Toya can just, girl, they can just, in Phaedra Parks can just make the show without me. Then they should save or whatever. But baby, according to that article that I just read, and let me get y'all the information about where the article came from. That was just one of them. Deadline.com confirmed it. Entertainment Tonight confirmed it. Let's see what they said. Hold on, let's see what they said. There's an OG coming back to Married to Medicine. ET has learned that Quad Webb is returning to Married to Medicine after much speculation she will not be back. Webb's return comes ahead of the season 10 premiere. The actress and entrepreneur's return was in question following the end of season 9. Webb has been a part of the cast since the show's premiere of 2013. However, during season 8, she took on more of a recurring role. And then on top of that, baby, they got Phaedra Parks coming, girl. And girl, you know who I'm just dying to see Phaedra Parks' interaction with like the Dr. Jackies and the Dr. Simones, especially Dr. Jackie, who try to play holier than thou. Like, I want to see if Phaedra is gonna be one of those wives and bow down to this eliteness that Dr. Jackie, kind of just covers herself as being. Like, she's just, girl, like Mother Teresa, like Mariah said, she gives me Gandhi. Girl, she definitely does give me Gandhi. Like, she's so boring. And then with Dr. Jackie, she always asks if she's like, you need to own your part. Girl, did you own your part when you talked about Buffy and her medical conditions? Something that you were not privy to. You were not her doctor. And according to Buffy, you got that information from Dr. Simone, which had broke all type of HIPAA laws, did your book covering release party and said, I make my pain my purpose. And Buffy, you're infertile. You understand, girl. You are a fake, you know what, Dr. Jackie. So I am here to see how Dr. Jackie's interaction is going to be with Phaedra, but I'm pretty sure they are really good friends because Atlanta is very small. It's not like this big community of, all of the professionals kick it with all of the other professionals in other words. So I'm pretty sure these ladies are already acclimated with Phaedra Parks. But I'm just, girl, wait a minute. I'm here for the question down that Dr. Heavenly is gonna try to give to Phaedra. Because every time a new cast member come on the show, here come Dr. Heavenly with her messy behind. I always wanted to hold on. Yeah, I got a message. Hold on. Hold that thought. Don't give up on me now. Don't give up on me now. What about now? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to test something out because people saying that they can't hear it. Like my supporters that's trying to get on here, they're saying that they cannot hear me. If you can hear me, Majay, can you comment in the comments and say whether or not you can hear me, please? Okay. Are you able to type in a comment? Unlike last night? Okay. No. Did you type it in? Okay. I see it. Okay. Well, I don't know what's going on over there with her, but yeah, anyway, back to the conversation. So yes, every time a new wife comes on the show, here comes Dr. Heavenly. She wanna ask people, she wanna ask the woman, do you work or do your man take care of you? Are those y'all kids together or are there other kids from a different woman? Um, are you securing your marriage? And like if the woman is not a doctor, well, what type of work do you do? And are you comfortable? Girl, who are you? You're not asking me no 50 questions about my business. Get out my business, Dr. Heavenly. Like, girl, what bye. Please get up out of here with all of those questions. Like, I don't need you to be asking me questions about my business. Like, it's not that serious for you to be asking me all these questions. So I'm really excited to see how Dr. Heavenly's interaction is going to be with Phaedra because of course, she has to do 50 million questions before she lets people into this little secret society so she could be the Dee next to Dr. Jackie. But yes, I'm pretty sure that Simone will find a way to be messy ASF with Phaedra for some reason. Let's see who else. We got Dr. Jackie, Dr. Simone, Dr. Heavenly, and Toya. I'm sure that Toya will be cool with Phaedra, but let me tell you where I believe the problem would come in with Phaedra and Toya building and growing a relationship is Phaedra's relationship with Quad. Phaedra used to date Dr. Gregory before him and Quad was married. But her and Phaedra were cool. They used to party together. They used to like that's a good homegirl. Because if you remember on season 3, when Quad and Lisa Nicole got into it and she threw that bottle at Quad and kind of slit her cheek a little bit, and Quad had act like the woman had sliced her with a razor blade down her face and she had 62 stitches. Remember, she had went to Phaedra's office on the show to get legal advice from her, and Phaedra basically was like, girl, it's not that serious, and this case is not going to go anywhere. But I love you, good girlfriend, but girl, you are really reaching here, and as an attorney I would have to advise you to sit down with the theatrics, because a judge and a prosecutor are going to literally laugh in your face. So yeah, there's obviously a alliance with Quad and Phaedra quite before Phaedra even came on the show. So of course, maybe it may be some siding up going on. It may be some, but it's because in my opinion, the women on the show, they are very, very catty, very extremely catty. They be clicked up, linked up, don't want this and don't want to be friends with this one. Like, girl, hold on. I'm responding to messages. You know how people say, send me the link, and then they don't know how to click on the link. Y'all forgive me. Hold on. Hold on. Don't give up on me now, y'all. Yeah, so I'm I'm just excited to see how is Phaedra and Quad gonna interact amongst each other, and then how are they gonna interact with the other ladies on the show? Like, is it gonna be some type of click up thing? Is it gonna be some type of this my friend? These bees is messy. We got more sauce and juice than them. So, cause Quad is sitting, and Phaedra is setting. She is, so we got two We got, first of all, we have two Southern Bells. Quad being from Tennessee, Phaedra being from Atlanta. And both of them have their Southern attributes and they real good friends, And I feel like Quad has been waiting for an ensemble like Phaedra Parks to join the cast. Girl, that's a no-brainer. Like, not trying to be funny or nothing. There are some things that Quad has done that I didn't necessarily agree with, but Quad, like Mariah said, like I casted her for the show because I knew she would be perfect for Married to Medicine. When I thought of this, I thought of Quad. Like she was my best friend. Like, what was the little theme song Mariah gave to Quad? She got it. She got it. She got it. She got it. Miss Quad, Miss Quad. So yeah, Quad is good for reality TV. So I'm excited to see how that's gonna turn out with Phaedra and Quad interacting with the other ladies. Which out of the other ladies, Toya would be the only one that's not a doctor. She's the only one that would be considered a wife because they make this big deal on there, like, oh, they're the wives, we're the doctors, and like we're automatically like way smarter than them. So like they're really dumb. And they really take digs at Toya about being dumb, girl. It be so funny. But Toya don't be paying them bitches no attention. She like, girl, my man got a big fat paycheck. I'm spoiled. My man do whatever I ask him to do. And I'm just here for a check. Like, girl, I don't care about nothing y'all got to say. So I mess with Toya. The only ones that like really, I'm just like, can we bring some younger doctors in? Can we bring some nurses and LVNs in? Can we bring some girls trying to get out of nursing school and showing their struggle about how hard it is to become a doctor or a nurse? Like, can we get Dr. Jackie? Like, let's see how she would interact with younger women who are really trying to get into the medical field, who are struggling. Like, let's really call her blood. You know what I mean? Like, we need to shake the cast up a little bit, but we're going to see how this right here is going to work out. I'm not sure. I don't know if they're going to edit it, but I think the wedding has already aired. They have already filmed Dr. Greg and his fiance's wedding. I don't know. We're just going to see, but I will definitely be here to review Married to Medicine season 10. But anywho, on to the next topic, moving right along. Hey, real ones. Hey, real ones. Um, Let me just pull the post up. And this came from off of official Ken Barbie's page on Instagram. Let me just pull it up. Girl, because JT, hold on. Not gonna say nothing yet. And JT isn't ready to play about Lil Uzi's alter ego, Leslie Chow. When a fan commented on a post about Uzi's new identity that JT was bringing the City Girls down, JT proceeded to call their baby ugly and mention their deceased baby father. Allegedly. Even though it's posted on official Ken Barbie's page. That's the first post. Hold on. Lil Uzi Vert posted this. Chow understand people don't like ways of Chow, but Chow don't give a AF. Chow rich and never look back. Suck my monkey tail Leslie out. That was Lil Uzi Vert. The Shade Room posted, oop, Lil Uzi Vert, who seems to be going as Leslie Chow these days, sends a message to people who don't like the new aesthetic. The girl JT said, you really taking City Girls down. Oh no, somebody named Damn This told JT, you really taking City Girls down. JT responded, that baby looks like these finesse two times. That baby looks like finesse two times. Please leave me alone. I'm not bothering no one. Smiley faces heart. The person replied back to JT and said, you really taking City Girls down. JT replied back, ugly baby and dead father. Why was Young Miami working so hard to keep y'all name alive while you were in prison? Did you not have anger management when you were in prison, JT? Was anger management not part of your program? Why was young Miami doing all of that, getting dragged through the mud, being talked about how her baby daddy had cursed her out, keeping y'all name alive, whether it was good or bad publicity, doing countless numbers of lives with Saucy Santana, making sure y'all name stayed in the algorithm. If you was gonna come home and be a mean girl, hold on, let me read this again. No, screw it. You talk about a baby and that the baby's dad is deceased, JT, for the sake of your career. And I'm not finna say well she young because JT is not 19 or 20. JT is well over 25 years of age. While that is still young, it's old enough to know better. You know better, JT. You know better. Like you doing all of this because somebody disagreed with this new alter ego that Lil Uzi Vert wants to give himself. When the dude comes out every other week with some type of gaslighting conversation, look, whether he dyes hair, wear like a woman, all these earrings, like he does stuff to trigger the internet. You are a celebrity. At some point, JT, you are going to have to learn how to ignore your haters and entertain the people that are rooting for you, such as myself. Entertain the people who were waiting for you to come out and we free JT into the jet leaving, like Lil Kim said on Found You. JT, you have people that are looking for your, like, we looking for you to come home, give us good music, see your career go to another level. You on Instagram and social media replying back to people when you absolutely don't have to, and blaming it on things like, well, I'm human too. JT, you are financially in a position to get mental help for your attitude. That the people who consume your commentary and all your posts, some of those people that write those posts, they don't even have access to the monetary gain that you do to even get help for what they may be suffering from. You are financially stable. I seen your interview over on Angie Martinez. You seem to have been very serious about getting anger management. What happened to you getting anger management? And if you are in anger management, are you not taking it serious? Why are you responding back to negativity? I see people say positive stuff on your posts all the time. Starve the negativity, feed the positivity, in my girl Cash Doll words. They say, like, come on now. And to talk about somebody that's unalived, that's no longer with us, that's below the belt. That's just been that, and you know what? That is unexcusable. And I bet you feel like you didn't do anything wrong. I bet you feel like I don't have to apologize. She shouldn't have said nothing to me. Girl, let these people on social media live. Let these 2 and 3 year olds live. Let these people who are part of these other people fan bases who don't like you anyway and wait on the moment for you to say something nasty where they can try to counsel you live. Why are you feeding into the negativity? It's ridiculous. That was very distasteful what you said, JT. That was very low of you. And then you talked about that little baby. You talked about a little baby, a little innocent baby that has nothing to do with what their parent is online doing. Just because you're not a parent right now does not mean that one day you are not going to be a parent, JT. And when you do become a parent, you're gonna see why Cardi B be online going in and acting like a crazy woman when people be mentioning culture. Like you're gonna understand. You're gonna understand how that is not cool. It doesn't matter what the person said. Like, girl, that was not cool under any circumstances. You sat there and you talked about a baby because somebody talked about Lil Uzi Vert. I never see Lil Uzi Vert defending you when people dragging you. When people were dragging you for basically Nicki Minaj having you on live, making you recite a diss that you did towards her, and then you tried to say you didn't remember, and she was like, "Now sing it, now rap it all the way through," like basically humiliating you. People were dragging you up and down these Instagram, Twitter streets. These social media streets were dragging you. Not one time did I see a post where Lil Uzi Vert came to your defense and said something. Like, and I'm pretty sure people were saying stuff like, "Oh, her and Lil Uzi Vert has the same energy. That's why they together." I didn't see him coming on there when people were possibly, allegedly, maybe making comments like that, defending your honor. Like, girl, we as black women, we have to understand how powerful our voice is. I'm not saying don't love your boo. I'm not saying don't mess with your boo. I'm not saying don't like. Was that really worth you saying something about? Like, that was not even worth it. That was so nasty. That was like so beneath the belt. That was so below the belt. You talked about a child. You, to me, you are becoming a mean girl. From you being in that club and the fan taking a picture of you, you snatched this fan phone like this fan had touched you or ran up to you and gave you a hug and had assaulted you. Like, she is a fan. You are a celebrity. She was in shock. She seen JT for the first time. These same people who you're being mean to, like that fan that was so outraged because she saw you and wanted to take a picture of you, maybe so she could post it and prove that, hey, I was in the same building 2 feet away from JT, period. And you snatched the girl phone? Like, I've been trying to like overlook things that you do, JT, but at this point, you are becoming a very mean and nasty young lady. And it's almost like the behavior is getting worse and worse and worse. Now you are targeting children. Now you have decided to come for a child. No, you definitely need to do the things that you said that you were going to do over on the Angie Martinez show, when you said that you were going to go to anger management, not anger management, but you were going to start going to therapy, and you were going to take therapy seriously because you acknowledge that you need therapy at this point. So if you acknowledge that you need therapy, you need to go to therapy, because for you to say what you said and did what you did in response, that response did not even, the way the comment didn't even warrant your response. The way you responded, it didn't do it. Hey, Andrea Anderson, you said I got it. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Thank you, Miss Ma'am. But yeah, like, she cannot be serious right now. And don't get on her, people that's JT City Girls, Young Miami fans talking about, oh, you need to shut up and what your bank account look like. And, you know, all these Ari Fletcher responses that y'all do when somebody critique y'all, Gen XYZ, LMNOP generation people. That's the first time y'all want to talk about is people bank accounts, because y'all are not open to constructive criticism. You have to understand that you are a celebrity. People are going to analyze you. That's part of this game. Like, I know I be complaining about little Kim not going on live and she don't be doing enough, but girl, sometimes I see why she don't be going on live and doing stuff, because like she said, honey, I'm an older celebrity. I'm used to the way things used to go back in the day, and I don't know about this stuff because people just be going below the belt nowadays, and girl, they don't want to know about Blanco. So I don't know. Y'all having this social media and being able to respond and put y'all thoughts on the World Wide Web is it's becoming ridiculous. It's just like, girl, take this stuff away. Like, y'all need to put a lot of restrictions on this stuff. These people who are over these social medias and on these social media platforms, because to be able to come up there and say something about somebody who is unalive, who is no longer with us, and to be able to say something about an innocent baby should not be acceptable. It just should not be. And I am a City Girls and Young Miami and JT fan. I do mess with their music. Where the bag at? Make him feel that he can. I need a new bench, and like, yeah, you can ask my husband. Like, when I first seen that video, I was like, oh, these girls are gonna make it because they're very, very authentic. They didn't have any surgery on anybody's part at the time. They were just extremely authentic. So I knew that they were going to prevail and that they were going to make it. Do something with it. Don't let these people on social media who probably will never see you, who will never have access to you other than listening to your music and, again, making you money. when they listen to your music. Every time they listen to your music in some type of way, it makes you money. It makes you relevant in some type of way. So learn and understand when something warrants a response. That didn't warrant a response. Somebody getting up there saying something about Lil Uzi Vert deciding to call himself Mr. Child, and this that did not. It didn't even. It. I mean, if you wanted to respond, but why talk? Why respond the way that you responded? Was my whole thing. Like, no, and we need to stop okaying this behavior and blaming it on the fact that these people are young. Because when my generation, when we was young, the older women that who are now the age that I am now, oh, they held us accountable for our nasty young behavior. And I'm telling you this from a standpoint of someone who was not always my age, who was not always mature as I am, and used to have a very smart mouth and did not care what I said. And I lived to learn and grow to understand that that was just nasty behavior. Like, no, no, ma'am, you do not get to talk about a child. You do not get to talk about someone who is no longer here with us, that has transcended to the next stage of life. You don't get to do it. I don't care who you are and how many times you say period and how many records you sell and how many mansions Lil Uzi Vert sits you in and how many figures your bank account has. You still have to have moral fiber. When they go low, you are supposed to go high. Like, I'm not with this thing where everybody be saying, no, baby, I'm not Michelle Obama. When they go low, I'm going to HE double hockey sticks. No, ma'am. When they go low, baby, I'm going high. Because it's not worth my time, space, and energy. You need to be working on your album, JT. You need to be working on music with Young Miami or your solo project. You sitting over there responding to comments, Miss JT, when you need to be working on your album. After all of that blowback a couple of months ago with you and Cardi B and all of that bad publicity that you took, there is no way in the world you are supposed to come back after all of that bad publicity, because you know the garbs. You cool with, oh girl, now so her fan base may support you, but you know Barty Gang, they waiting on you to be doing something negative. Like, stop feeding into social media. Stop being able to give people to give you a way to give you a negative imagery. Like, care more about your imagery than what you are giving. We wait 18 months while you're in prison. Poor little Young Miami, she's pregnant, splitting on the stage with a baby in her stomach, going from concert show to show, promoting, doing club appearances, on award shows, keeping the city girls alive. You come home, you've been nothing but nasty. And I'm always telling my son, like, well, JT, she from Florida, she from Miami, and that's how they are down there. She just needs time to get used to the fact that she's in the industry and receive this type of attention. She's not used to everybody on social media just being able to say something every time she make a post or whatever, so it's just taking her time to get used to the position that she's currently in. But no, you have been in the industry long enough to know, like, no, ma'am, you will not do that. No, you will not do that. You will not do that. That's unacceptable. That is like, girl, unacceptable. But yes, that's my commentary on you, Miss JT. And just because I gave you some harsh truths don't mean that I don't mess with you and I don't mess with your music. But when you right, you right. When you wrong, I got to come. I got to sit you on my lap and tap that butt and let you know we can do better. Little black girl, you are beautiful. So let's act as such. You weren't being very beautiful with that nasty comment. So yeah, do better, Miss JT. But moving right along, let's get to Miss Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. Well, not so much Tory Lanez, but Megan Thee Stallion, and just some things she had to say about, after the trial. So, according to official Ken Barbie, yet again, posted 3 days ago on her social media, her Instagram platform. Megan Thee Stallion graces the cover of Elle magazine, where she discusses the aftermath of the Tory Lanez trial for the first time. I don't want to call myself a victim, poor Megan. As I reflect on the past 3 years, I view myself as a survivor because I have truly survived the unimaginable, and yes, she has. Are you feeling the slap? Are you feeling the shots? Mm, so sad. Hold on. It's so sad. Megan Thee Stallion, she is, and I applaud her for trying to portray strength and that she's strong and she'll get through this and she has survived the unimaginable and that she's a survivor because she is a survivor. Yes, she is. Her mother passed away right before her career blew up. Her grandmother passed away during the blow up of her career. And then here come Mr. Leprechaun Tory Lanez doing what he did to her, being drugged up and down social media, not being supported by black women. Sometimes the support black women is very pick and choose. Well, only this black woman or this one and know this situation. Like the nasty, vile comments and commentary that I saw on social media was just out of this world. And I just feel for I just feel for Megan. I'm very proud of her. I'm happy she came out of this thing with her mental stability. And I don't know, maybe she did undergo some type of therapy, or she did have to talk to someone, and that's perfectly fine if she did, because she has truly went through enough to have to talk to someone to get her through the traumas that she experienced. Because I really do believe that her interaction with Tory Lanez was trauma bonding. Because I don't know. Like when you look at Moneybag Yo and Partisan, they swag is nothing like a Tory Lanez height, nothing like. So there definitely was a trauma bonding relationship. Like baby homegirl was trauma bonding, and boy did he take advantage of it. It is not good to trauma bond with people, y'all. That's why sometimes mm-mm, you can't be doing no trauma bonding. Mm-mm. You just cannot. You cannot be doing this trauma bonding stuff because it can end up really, really bad. But I'm happy that she survived. I'm happy she feels like she is a survivor. I'm happy to see Megan back outside. She seems to be very happy. And I'm excited to see what Miss Megan Thee Stallion is about to give us, what type of music she's about to come out with. Is she gonna keep the same sound? Is she going to change her sound? And I'm so ready for 1501 to just truly let her go. Like she's still on their label, I believe. I don't know why they want access to this woman and they don't even promote her music. Like Megan is an independent signed artist. Like how is she an independent signed artist and y'all want to reap from all of her benefits, and then y'all don't want to pay the girl nothing, just refusing to pay the woman. And I heard or read somewhere where Megan is trying to get the judge allegedly to put a independent accountant in place for the label 1501, because she's afraid that by the time everything is all said and done and wrapped up with their court case, that they gonna file some type of bankruptcy and act like they are broke. And I could see them doing something like that. Like I don't blame Megan. Like girl, count your ducats and get your ducats together. Like for real. Like she has been through enough. And the fact that y'all trying not to pay this woman, it's stupid. It's stupid. And it doesn't make any sense at all. It's tired and it's lazy and it's unprofessional. Is what it is. And 1501, they helped Tory Lanez and all of his little minions and all the people who were supporting Tory Lanez. Y'all helped to drag that woman. Y'all helped to defame that baby's character. Y'all helped to do all of that. Y'all did all of that. Y'all did all of that. And then want to come out and say that he apologized and he really didn't understand how things work. Okay, whatever. But if he says that he's sorry and he apologizes, I always accept an apology. But y'all did Megan dirty. And all of these commentators and on YouTube, all of the stuff that she been through, and them saying she popped herself, and well, now she didn't pop herself. She stepped on glass, and oh, the fragments from the firearm, it disappeared. They don't even have access to the firearms, and oh no, he didn't pop her. Her best friend Kelsey popped her. Oh, she was her best friend had already slept with Tory Lanez, and Megan had went behind her back and had slept with Tory Lanez, as if that is a reason to get popped. And half of the females that was saying that they don't slept with 4 or 5 of their cousins, men, I bet. And getting on this internet being so just boisterous about something that doesn't concern you, number one, and it doesn't make sense for you to try to act like it was okay for this woman to be popped just because you felt like she had slept with Tory Lanez behind her friend back. Like, there are females who do act more like men than men, and they do toss dudes up together. You do know that dudes not the only ones that toss females up. You do know that dudes are not the only ones that do toss ups, right? Like, are y'all under a rock, or y'all just went up under a rock because it was Megan Thee Stallion and y'all needed to support Siki Facade, and y'all wanted to help all of these garb blogs defame this woman's character. So y'all decided to get up here and say stuff like, oh, well, maybe she deserved that because, well, her and Kelsey was her best friend, and Kelsey had already slept with Tory, and then Megan decided to go and sleep with Tory. Girl, get up out of here with that. Get up out of here. Get up out of here with that. You are not going to tell me that because somebody slept behind somebody's back that this woman deserved to be popped. No, ma'am. I'm not buying it. I'm not going for it. Is it not having any moral fiber? Of course it is. But that's not what's in question here. Whether or not she has moral fiber. What's in question is, was he carrying a firearm? Did he have permission to carry that firearm? And did he pop someone on the night in question? That's what was in question here. And the way that the naysayers chose to just drag this conversation and just create so many narratives surrounding this conversation was beyond me. You had African American celebrity women that had went through domestic violence themselves that was supporting Tory Lanez. I said, girl, where is the protect black women? Because when you was going through your situation, didn't you want people, all of the black women, to band together with you and provide you with emotional support? Did you not? Did you or did you not want emotional support from women, period? No, let's not even say women. The general public, period. Women, black women, number 2, and just all women, number 3. When you go through a domestic violence situation, everybody wants support through that situation. I don't care who you are and how tough you are and how much money you have. It is nice to have support when you go through domestic violence. And the way that some of these celebrity African American women went against Megan and supported Tory, it was mind blowing to me. It was mind boggling. It was a sad thing to see. So I remember when she came to trial, the prosecutors asked her basically, how did all of this affect her? And they said, allegedly, it was said that Megan Thee Stallion responded and said that she wished that night would have caused her to be unalive because of all of the things that she has experienced since that night. Y'all think the comments stopped online? Nope. It got nastier and nastier. Y'all think people stopped being so mean after they heard that this was affecting Megan's mental stability and even maybe her wanting to not be on planet Earth with us anymore? You think people cared about that? Girl, no. They said, get up out of here. You big old horse lady, you big old big stallion. I got Tory Lanez to support. I don't got time to be supporting you, girl. You slept with your best friend, man. I ain't got time to support you. You deserve it. I just looked. I was like, wow. I was like, wow. What is this world coming to? Like, are these people serious? Oh boy! And then the content creators the women, black, female content creators who were trying to play as if they were not biased, and they were, yes, indeed, very extremely biased. And when that verdict came back, guilty, like on a time to kill, a time to unalive, and they read the verdict and they say guilty, baby. When I tell you they had so much egg on their face, baby, they had so much egg on their face, they could not deal with it. They could not understand it because I believe people had it in their mind that Tory Lanez was actually going to be allowed to get away with what he did. Like, oh, he's Tory Lanez. He writes major superstars music. Like, the industry needs him to write people music. The industry and the masses will just get him off. Can you turn that light off, my J, please? That big light. It's too much light. My melanin is disappearing. I look ashy. Y'all tell me if I look ashy because I feel like I look ashy. Ooh. Now, did that make me look dark? I don't know. Maybe it's the angle. I don't know. I'm gonna figure all that out. I'm just now getting started, guys, so be patient with me. But yeah, do you think these people cared? They did not care, not one bit. They did not care. They said, oh, no, I don't care that this caused Megan Thee Stallion to feel like she possibly wanted to transcend to the next level in life and not be here on planet Earth anymore. I don't care. I got Tory Lanez to support. Screw this protect black women stuff. She slept with her best friend men, in my opinion. I believe the lies that are saying she slept with her best friend men. And I'm not going to be supporting her. It was really sad to see. It was so sad to see. So when she writes that in that article that she feels like she's a survivor, I absolutely believe that Megan Thee Stallion feels like she has survived the worst, because you have to think about it. You lose, your dad is already gone. Right when you are about to get your career to the next level of stardom and notoriety, the person who has been driving you and pushing you and just like, come on, baby, you can do this. You can do this. Your mama, your best friend, and her mom were really close. She's gone. She doesn't even get to see you take off and be the hot girl, the hottie to toddy. Thank you, Andrea Anderson. She didn't even get to see her baby just be what she had molded her to be. But she like, you know what? My mama put a strength off in me. My mama breaded me for this. I know that unalive is a part of life. So I'm gonna put my big girl panties on, and I'm gonna keep on trucking. I'm gonna keep on body yada yada yada. But and maybe she wasn't dealing with her grief. That's how she trauma bonded with a Tory Lanez. That's the only thing I can think of. And she still decided to prevail and keep going forward. Right after her mom passes away, mind you, she hasn't dealt with her grief in any type of way. You know how the younger celebrities are. You know, they want us to know when they're making positive moves. They let us know basically everything about themselves. So if maybe she was going to therapy, in my opinion, allegedly, I think Megan Thee Stallion would have been announcing that, you know, like, hey, hotties, you know, don't give up on your girl. I'm her, but you know, I'm human like you guys are. And I have to give myself some mental help. I'm just taking a break. I won't be gone forever, just for a little bit. I believe that that's something that we would have been privy to know if she was getting like mental help to deal with her grievance and everything that she had lost and all of the traumas that she had experienced. But that's not to say that she didn't. I just don't think that she did, because it's just no doubt in my head that the relationship with Tory Lanez was a trauma bonding relationship. It absolutely was, because it just absolutely was. But she loses her mom, and in my opinion, I don't think that she dealt with her grievance. I don't think that she dealt with that much trauma back to back. And take it from someone who has dealt with trauma. like real trauma. Not no. As African American people, we need to stop thinking that therapy is not necessary and that mental illness is not African American thing. That it's only a European thing. It only no, we are so strong and we don't mentally get tired because we do. And if you don't take care of your mind, baby, when they say the mind, spirit, body, and soul goes together and it is as one, it absolutely is as one. And in order to take care of the mind, you have to take care of the spirit, body, and soul because it all builds and goes together. And it absolutely eats and preys off of each other. And so I think that with Megan Thee Stallion, she didn't get any like therapy and she was trauma bonding with Tory Lanez. And then after her getting into this toxic relationship with someone who, and I think they said that he had lost his mom too. So that's what drove them, to trauma bond together, right? And then this unfortunate thing happens to her, the with Tory Lanez. So just to go through those type of major events back to back like that, I absolutely believe what she said to Elle Magazine. Yeah, hold on, let me go back to official. And I read this post to you guys from official Ken Barbie's page again. And I'm not really advanced with, YouTube and everything and how it goes yet. So I can't like put the articles up and show y'all. However, I can credit where I got it from, official Ken Barbie. And it was a post that she wrote, on 3 days ago. And I'm going to read it again for the people who just joined the live. Megan Thee Stallion graces the cover of Elle Magazine, where she discusses the aftermath of the Tory Lanez trial for the first time. I don't want to call myself a victim. As I reflect on the past 3 years, I view myself as a survivor because I have truly survived the unimaginable. Are you feeling the shots? And that's what she says, And she, as I stated, she absolutely is a survivor. It's okay to be a victim, Megan. This man made you a victim. You did not wake up in the morning and say, "Oh, precious dear Lord Jesus, Father God of thy, I would like to be a victim." That is another thing that I feel that African American people, we need to get away from being afraid to be labeled as a victim. Like victims go outside and they go to sleep the night before and say, "Hey, by the way, God, before I say my nightly prayers, the Lord lays me down to sleep and I would like to be a victim. Make me a victim." It's okay to be a victim, Megan. This man made you a victim. Nobody, I'm not judging you, honey. If you were a victim, you are a victim. That thing that happened to you that night made you a victim. And as I stated, I really do believe her when she says she wants to think of herself as a survivor, because when you think about Megan Thee Stallion, you see this big, voluptuous, beautiful, strong embodied woman, and you tend to look at her and immediately just think strength. Nothing of weakness comes to your brain. Like when you put her, like when you picture Megan Thee Stallion in your brain, you just think strength and strong brilliance. You just do. You don't see her as weak. And I remember watching Neek at Night on YouTube, the young lady who had went down to the California courthouse, well, in Las Vegas, Los Angeles. Why am I saying Las Vegas? After the Tory Lanez trial, and she had released the the video footages from the night in the ambulance, and she was crying. And I remember thinking when I saw that, I was like, wow, wow, to see Megan hurt like that and to see her weakened like that, it just brings me back to my point. You are a victim, Megan, and it's okay for you to be a victim. Don't let anybody make you feel embarrassed to be a victim. You didn't do this to yourself, and you surely didn't ask for this to happen to you. It was an unfortunate thing that happened to you. You've done an excellent job at moving forward from it and not letting it take you down, and not letting it consume you, and not letting it stop you from your purpose and what you and your mom worked so hard for, and the things that you love. And you've persevered. You've done good to be so young. You've done an outstanding job to be that young of a woman without, your support system that holds you up and keeps you up You've done an amazing job. I'm proud of Megan Thee Stallion. I'm waiting to see what she brings to us next. I'm just waiting to see what the body yada 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 yada. Hey, hot girl. Girl got all those trying to. Girl, listen. You know the main little dance all those used to do. Put your hands on your knees. Oh, bash and make your knees touch your elbows. You know that little dance right there, girl, baby. When you see naked making in that gym, like I'm like, girl, I could do that. Girl, you ain't create that, baby. I'm a Texas Bama. Like, girl, you from Houston, but I'm from the D. Like, girl, like, baby, you know that's how we get down here in D-Town. We get down like that in Texas, boo. But yeah, I messes with Megan Thee Stallion. I'm happy that she's up. She's back on the big screen. She's back outside. She's not going anywhere. Y'all did not destroy her. She absolutely survived what people tried to use to destroy her, baby. It wasn't in the Lord's plan, so it did not work. But anyway, real ones, let me know what y'all think about the conversation. Do you agree? Do you disagree? If you disagree, why? Why? Tell me why. I need to know. Tell me why. We can talk. The show is called The Real Convo. In order to have a real conversation, you have to listen to the opposing opinions and thoughts of everyone. So this is not that type of channel where you can't let me know how you thinking if you disagree with the commentary. Tell me why you disagreeing with the commentary, girl. I need to know. Don't be just coming over here and talking about, oh, I disagree. Well, the show is called The Real Convo, so we have real conversations over here, us real ones. Y'all are the real ones. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so. Like the video, share the video, turn your post notification bell on so that you can get notifications about anytime I drop commentary. I want to thank everybody who tuned in tonight, and thank you so much for your time and patience and just bearing with me through this whole process. Thank you guys. That's all I got for you tonight.